You see, this is a golden opportunity for the government of India to promote local industries.
A very good afternoon in UK and a very good afternoon here in India. Welcome to ANM News, and this is Abhijit Nandi Mazumdar. We are in a very, very crucial stage in the fight against coronavirus, and slowly economic situation is taking a toll and now getting relevance over the deadly coronavirus. The big debate whether we got to stay indoors and wait for the coronavirus cases to subside, or we really got to go out, work, taking along coronavirus with us, because as the WHO says, coronavirus is here to stay. We have to evolve a situation where we need to work with knowing fully well that this virus is there. This is the big debate all over the world, not in a single country. In England, in India, in European countries, in America, everywhere the debate goes on. Today morning, we had opened up the debate in United Kingdom with the Labour Party clearly mentioning that this process of Boris Johnson announcing the opening up, the easing of lockdown, are very, very hasty decisions without any planning and without any system. Labour Party MP Virendra Sharma speaking to us on our live chat has clearly elaborated on this. Today we'll be talking about this. On this issue, we'll get the viewpoint of the ruling Conservative Party. We've got a very senior party leader, member of the House of Lords, co-chairman of Conservative Friends of India, and a very deputy treasurer of the Conservative Party, Lord Rami Ranger. Welcome to ANM News, Lord Rami Ranger.
Thank you very much, Abhijit, for having me. And I greet your viewers and give the information from the United Kingdom. First of all, the opposition party will always find holes in whatever the ruling party will do, because this is called Kissa Kursi Ka. They have to topple us to get the chair, to get in the driving seat. But having said that, unfortunately, I will say that we in Britain have not been quick to lock down, because we took it a little easier, and that's where we are now suffering. And that's where because unfortunately, nobody knew the gravity of this deadly virus. We thought it's, one of those things. But on hindsight, we are all wise, and we should have done lockdown faster and quicker. And more importantly, Britain is connected with so many, worldwide. So many flights, expatriate, all the holiday makers were returned, and no checks were made at the airport. And even till today, I don't think there are checks. And that has exacerbated the situation in Britain. We're a small island, and lots of people have come in unchecked, and they've gone into their families, and and like that. And the other thing is the care homes.
I wish to make a point here, Lord Ranger. The fact that you mentioned that initially you were caught a little napping. Now, do you wish to blame the World Health Organization, like President Trump in the United States is blaming WHO for this? Because is it so that WHO did not categorically warn countries about the pandemic in proper time? They did not raise the flag. Do you think so?
I will, first of all, blame China from where this virus has started. They were very secretive. So we lost 6 weeks. Had they been open, as you know, communist country, they don't even tell the truth to their own people. So they tried to hide it. And unfortunately, they could not hide it. And that 6 weeks gave the virus chance. And number two, WHO have not been forceful enough to lay the blame on China. I think they are after their contribution from China, because the Americans have stopped their contribution, because they are very disappointed. Even I'm disappointed. The World Health Organization should be worried about the world health, not the condition of China or the political status of China. China is just one country. So they have failed us in condemning China or fourth world. Still, they're sitting on the fence. Nobody knows. You see, we should have been given access to go to the laboratory from where this virus has escaped, so we could go investigate. I mean, what is there to hide? You know, हमारे हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, डरे सो जो पाप कमाए. जब when you have done nothing, why should you be scared of? And coming back to Great Britain, you know, we did not want to create panic. So, you know, it's again, if you do, you're damned. If you don't, you're damned. So therefore, the British government tried to play calmly, but unfortunately, things were not, you know, as we planned. And we were not even prepared for this pandemic. We did not have the PE protection kits. We did not have the ventilator. We did not have the extra capacity of the hospitals to take on the extra traffic because of this COVID-19. So lots of things happened so quickly. And on top of that, you know, the care home, deaths in care home, because, you know, most of the people in care home have underlying health condition. They're very old, elderly gentlemen. They're very frail. And this virus has captured them as well. So therefore, so many things happen in so many fronts. But now we are slightly at ease because the national health has not been overwhelmed, because a lot of people have stopped going to the GPs for minor ailments. But that has saved a lot of capacity in the hospital. So the British government now feel that this is a time to ease slight restriction, but at the same time, there's a warning. We have to be alert. We can't take it easy. The virus is still out there, but we have to keep social distances. If people can work from home, they should work from home. If places like factories, you have to go, because at the same time, the economy is very important. If the economy dies, lots of people will die because of the economy. You know, there is years of hard work goes into building businesses. And, you know, end of the day, so if we cannot sustain economy, then there will be lot more fatalities, which we have to stop. So the economy is very important, because the economy pays for social services, all our health services, education, roads, rail, police, you know, all this expenses. So therefore, the government has to do something quietly. Or, you know, the takeaway foods have started, so you can get the takeaway food, but you cannot go and sit in the restaurant. And the garden center has started, the construction started, because construction is in the open and it's in the sunshine, and you are not working too closely to each other. If you are, for example, in a one room, you have to work in a different corner. So you see, no government can succeed unless the public cooperate with them. It is a battle for the public and the government combined. So therefore, we have to cooperate with the government, and government, whatever the government did or doing, it is on the scientific advice and the chief medical officer, because most of the politicians are not qualified doctors. They take advice and they act upon us. Sometimes, unfortunately, the advice goes wrong. And this time, I think we have been a little slow in reacting. And as a result, we are now suffering a lot of deaths. But having said that, Russia is now number 2 in the world with deaths. So, but again, this is unpredictable, unprecedented virus. Hopefully, unless we find a cure or a vaccine, I think we are not moving as fast as we want to move.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to push in this thing. You said economy has to move very correctly, because if economy dies, then people will automatically die. I mean, you do not need the virus to kill them. But here, the Labour Party has a big point in saying that when you open it up, you have to put a system in place. The two very categorical pointers that they have mentioned today is that when you go in an underground, it's very crowded, as you see the London's underground today. So where is the 2-meter distance, and who will ensure that 2-meter distance? And you go in a bus, somebody sitting next to you, who will ensure that 2-meter distance? So how do you react to that?
The government has already made it plain that people must wear masks and must keep a distance. Yeah, and they will be enforcing this very, very strictly. And, you know, opposition will always have some negative point about the government. It's very difficult. It's easy to criticize, but difficult. You know, the government has a responsibility to run. They are paying to the employers to keep jobs alive till October. You can imagine the money government is paying. The only reason we can pay because the conservative government, they don't waste money. And coming back to, I must congratulate you in India that you people have done, but there is, okay, we have got deficit. The Asian community and the blacks are suffering a lot in this country because of the vitamin D deficiency. We don't have that much sunshine. So in India, you have sunshine, and plus hygiene system, the condition in India are not that clever. So people develop resistance, and our food is very good. Turmeric is very good, garlic, onions, ginger, all these things in our diet help us. So I think we have started taking vitamin D now to compensate for the lack of sunshine. But having said that, I think the only way forward is to find a cure. And I hope, we have got brilliant doctors in India, brilliant dedicated people. We are expert in IT. We are expert in pharmaceutical and in films, in art and craft. So I'm sure somebody somewhere from Bengaluru or will find a cure that will change the fortune of the world.
But in Oxford, the Janet University was moving towards developing a vaccine. Any word from there?
They have developed a vaccine, and they have done some testing on the humans, animals, and the results are very encouraging. And so I think the production will start in Pune somewhere. Yeah, because in India we have the capacity to make these injections. Yeah, so therefore I hope, and something will happen quickly. I have full faith in human brain. We will find a cure because it's just we have been caught unprepared because we had no idea the gravity of this virus. But again, I go back to China, and I hope I'm trying to tell the world that China should be punished for not acting responsibly with the responsibility to let the world know if something has gone wrong. So they're still trying to hide. They're still not letting people to investigate the source of the virus. So that is not acceptable in a global village. We are now interdependent on each other. What happens in China affects the rest of the world. So therefore, I will urge the I'm talking to British government. I'm telling them that we got to take a leaf out of Mr. Modi's book, Make in Britain, Make in India. We should not be dependent on other countries from where we can be, we can get blackmailed just like that, because now we have to buy a mask from China, we have to buy other medical equipment. This is not on. We can make them. They're not high-tech product. India can make them, and cheap is not always cheap. If we make them in India, we will create employment in India. If people who work will pay income tax, the money they earn, they'll spend in the economy. So in the end, cheap is not cheap. Cheap is in fact damaging the long-term economic prospect of India, whereby if the government was to help the industry now, they will recover so much in the long run. Unemployment will go down, income tax receipt will go up, VAT or the sales tax will go up, and on top of that, the economy will get a boost of the spending power of the workers. So I think we have to be patriotic. It's time. We have got very big industrialists. We have to encourage them, give them tax breaks, and tell them what we import from China. Stupid thing like, mask. We should be producing masks. We have big leading garment manufacturers in India, so we can manufacture them in no time. And the protection kits for the doctors. Yes. So let's do that. And I hope you will, next time you invite me, I have some, Indian minister to talk to them and give them prospect that, first of all, we now have to make sure that we become self-sufficient in whatever way we can. And we have the ability. I mean, look at these Indian people. When they leave India, they become successful because the system they work into succeed. Look at me. I started my business with nothing. But the red tape, we have to eliminate. I call them the brakes. They are brakes on human endeavor. We have to reduce that. The biggest asset of a nation is its people. Yes, we have to empower our people. We have to empower women. so that we can become asset for our nation. And we're always patriotic. We're always thinking.
Lord Ranger, what you are propagating is the fact that you should have an internal build-up system, government to support individual entrepreneurs back home, and so that it's like a Make in India concept that Prime Minister Modi is advocating here in India. Prime Minister Johnson should also advocate the same thing in Great Britain. It's instead of bringing in things from China, you make it in your own country. That's what you are saying exactly. Am I correct?
Exactly. Abhijit, this is what I'm saying, that cheap is not always cheap in the long run, because you have exported employment to China, you have created unemployment here, and then you're paying social security and this and that, the other thing, medical bills and all that. So therefore, it's better we empower our own people. And I will say government should give, university graduates, give them loan. All these people who have got this flair of entrepreneurship, they should be encouraged, supported. So what if somebody fails? For every 10 people, if 4 or 5 become successful and 6 fail, we are still winner, because you achieve nothing until you try. So government role is to create entrepreneurs in their own countries. In UK, we get grants, we get loans, we get, so many tax breaks. So I think we can give that in India also. We have a huge population, and the population can become a very big driver of the economy in India. I mean, what we haven't got, I tell you, we have supplied all the CEO to the world. All the big company CEO are Indian. We have the brain. Yes, we are not like Chinese. We have a thinking power. We are creative people. You can see our industries. We are not just copycat. So therefore, it's about time we in India take our people into our confidence and encourage them, support them. Because, I always say in my business, my biggest asset is my staff. Money doesn't make money. It's the people who make money. So I have to train my staff. I have to empower them and give them the training which will make them an asset for themselves and for the company. So India has got plenty of manpower. We're supplying to the rest of the world. It's about time we use our resources in our own country and move forward.
Absolutely. And now post-coronavirus, there's going to be an economic stimulus in both countries, Great Britain and India also. Our economic bailout package is being slowly announced by the government here in India as well as in Great Britain. So what we would see a more Indo-British trade-offs here, more entrepreneurs from India going to Britain, more entrepreneurs from Britain coming to India, opening up more avenues for trade between India and Great Britain. Here, is there the Chancellor has announced some kind of a post-coronavirus economic bailout package in UK?
Abhijit, you said the right thing. If you have a friend who share your values, your friendship will become very stronger. But if you have a friend who does not share your values, your friendship will collapse sooner or later. UK and India share values. We both have rule of law. We are both secular, democratic. We both have constitution where equality is enshrined. We are not secretive. We don't suppress our people. We don't oppress. So therefore, UK and India partnership is made in heaven, because we speak English. We have over 200 years of history common. Yeah, we have learned half a thing from the British people. So therefore, it's a natural partnership. Therefore, we in UK are trying to have a free trade agreement with India, Britain and India, so we can go to each other's country without all these. But unfortunately, there is some issue. India is not allowing the whiskey trade. They still have very high whiskey trade, or there are lawyers from the UK are not given practice. So the delay is from the India side. Would you believe? You won't believe it, would you? You think Great Britain wants to do business with India because there is so much resources. India is economy growing 6-7%. Britain growing 0.5%. Together, the sluggish economy of Great Britain can move into fast lane. Yes, India needs so many things. We need to organize our supermarket, distribution, cold storage, all these things. Britain is at least 20, 30 years ahead in all these things, our doctors, medical. So I think this will, a transfer of technology. I always believe business is all about merger, acquisition, or strategic alliance. So if we build strategic alliance, for example, if you know today Prime Minister of the country, you become very strong because you have the power of the Prime Minister, or your laptop computer, small computer connected with the internet has the power of a huge computer. Similarly, if we connect with each other's countries, economies, our economy will become huge because we can learn so many things from each other. And India is a huge market. Britain can push the production into India and make those things which they are making in China or somewhere else, because that way they can save lots of high wages. One person in UK, they can employ 10 university graduate in India. Yes. And you see, rather than depending on one engine, if you depend on 6 engine, like your car or Boeing 747, you will have more stability. So we have to explore this avenue. The Great Britain and UK should have a free trade, and India should show some flexibility that, so what? Don't charge too much excise on the whiskey, because in the long run, we will be able to supply a lot of stuff to the UK as well. So it's give and take.
Absolutely, because that will be the biggest post-coronavirus economic upgradation or economic partnership between two countries, which might open up the floodgates and boost up both the countries' economy. That's very apt and moving in the absolute right direction, because there are so many avenues where Great Britain and India can combine. And if you ask me, there are so many things in common. 90% things in common between the two countries here, as we see it, as we venture forward. So
I will also request the government of India to send students to overseas countries like Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America, just for 1 or 2 years, support them financially, because the knowledge they will bring back will take India 10 years faster ahead. Because, we learn, for example, look at me. I came from Chandigarh, I own nothing much, but living in UK, I have learned a great deal, because you're judged by the company you keep. Our people, students, should come and open their horizon, open their mind, look at the different practices. When they go back, they will add value to our own industry as well. So therefore, I think when I get a chance to meet Modi ji, I'm going to tell him that we got to capitalize on the manpower. We have abundance of manpower. In this country, Germany, the birth rate is declining, UK declining, everywhere declining. There are more older people. And the economies this is why now growing. We have young people full of energy. And the beauty with Indian people is because our values are very, very good values, that we want to achieve success. Family honors, our personal respect. So we are so motivated right from the very beginning. They look at their parents, how hard they work, how they make sacrifices for their children. So it has a knock-on effect. And the children, for example, me, I came to this country, I wanted to make sure that I do not let my family down. So we have that family honor. Bhagwan Ram, he gave up everything for family honor. So family honor is very, very important for us. And therefore, I think we should really capitalize on the Indian values which we have. And, the whole world is benefiting from the Indian value. Believe you me, even in Middle East, they prefer Indian. I won't mention the name of the next door country. You can guess it. They will prefer Indian to a guy from across the line. Yes, because that is so good that our reputation, we don't cause problem. We are not, creating, a society within society. We integrate. You can see 4 cabinet ministers of Indian origin running the British government, all the top department, economy, business, and home is with the Indian people. Yes, that speaks volumes. Yes, that these people are loyal. Loyalty is prerequisite for success. Yes, you have to be loyal. And
Also, they are very senior.
no, we have been told to be loyal. We don't bite the hand which feed us. Yes, we always remain loyal. Yes, हमारी loyalty जैसे माँ और बाप. I always say to them, Krishna Bhagwan had two mothers. We have two mothers. One India, one UK. एक ने पैदा किया, एक ने रोजी दी. There was a Krishna Bhagwan had a mother. One gave birth, the other brought him up. So same is with us. So we have to have our values are very, very good. I'm so proud.
True.
So I think post COVID, the country will suffer is China because its true colors had come out. Yes, people thought by giving China cheap, it has really paid. The China has recovered everything. The cheap labor they gave, they have destroyed the economy of the world.
Absolutely. So one last thing that I wanted to know, Lord Ranger, is that today, when as people go out to work, what is the feedback that you are getting from ground zero? What is the feedback that you're getting from the people who have gone out to work? What is the experience?
Okay, there's sometime when the shock takes place in the beginning, there's a big shock, and slowly the impact of that shock becomes slower and less. So people are beginning to go to work, yes, but they are also very wary. They're also very alert and careful. And people have, how long can you keep people in lockdown? People get fed up. Yeah, luckily, some people have a good house, garden, but there are lots of people living in council flat, the block of flat where there's no garden, there's nothing. So those people, and domestic violence is on the increase. Yes, because before people go out of the house and they come in the evening, they're too exhausted to fight. But to live with each other 24/7, so best thing is slowly government is encouraging people, and there's no other choice. We have to go, and by that time we will prepare our capacity for the national health. So if people fall ill, luckily we had a Nightingale hospital with 4,000 beds. It's still empty. No, it has not been occupied. So that just shows that the measure we have taken will come handy if, God forbid, if something happens again. But we have no choice. But slowly, steadily, we have to come to terms with the reality of the world.
Absolutely, Lord Ranger. Two very, very important aspects you touched upon. Very, very important from Great Britain and India's point of view. Number one, the biggest economic stimulus that you mentioned, it came from you, which says that the trade-off between India and UK can increase. More people from India, more people from UK can take that. We can move into a free trade zone, and people from India can also go and work and do business in United Kingdom. And the UK government is all ready to facilitate that. That's the biggest economic stimulus that you have mentioned today so far. That will really give a fillip to the campaign, to the entrepreneurs, to people who are looking out to operate their business in post-coronavirus world. China, of course, remains main sore point at this juncture as far as UK is concerned. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much for your time, Lord Ravi Ranger. And
you're very welcome. You're very welcome. And finally, I must say, we Indians now enjoy a lot of respect in this country worldwide because we have a proven track record of success. We have proved, we have contributed, we have become assets. Wherever we go, we become assets. And curry is now number one food in this country.
Oh,
Jai Hind. Jai Hind.
That's great news.
Jai Hind.
That's a favorite dish, and that's absolutely great news.
I always joke with the English people that you won India with gunpowder, we're going to win England with curry powder.
Yes, very correct, Lord Ranger. So
thank you
very much, and we'll definitely keep on coming to you with a lot of more developments as it unfolds in later stages, because it's a very vibrant and a fluid situation at the moment, and every day there are new developments. We will come back to you. We'll talk to you more in near future. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Player. It's a player. Thank you. Thank you.